All right, stable ticking along nicely. Busy day on Saturday, starting in the first race with Absente.
Yeah, and he's a nice horse. Looks like a quality horse, but being by Duke of Marmalade, we'd expect him to get a lot further. In saying that, he has shown us a bit of speed at home, and I think he has a good each-way chance.
Gala in the second, if that's the correct pronunciation.
Yeah, she's also a smart filly. She's been showing us good work at home. She's a big girl, so I'm sure she'll improve plenty from the run. But based on what she's shown us at home, she also has a good each-way chance.
Okay, I've heard of Natal Whiskey, but I've never heard of Durban Bourbon. But what's the story there with Durban Bourbon and Make Me Happy in the same race?
Yeah, Durban Bourbon, she's bred to stay a lot further than this. Also been showing some decent work at home. I think maybe she's one to follow in the next couple starts. Make Me Happy's very well, very happy. She's got a very bad jaw though, so she can need a lot of luck. If she was drawn in the first four, I'd probably say she was our best runner on the day, but she's drawn 14 or 16, so it's going to be extremely difficult from there.
Yeah, and the Delphine type of filly, she gets herself a little bit worked up on a race day. She just needs to learn a little bit more what it's all about. Once she relaxes, she's a filly that shows decent work at home, and she's going to crack a maiden very, very soon. She's actually her own worst enemy. But yeah, as I said, she'll get better with racing, and hopefully that's why I pulled her back to a 14 as well. She was overdoing it a little bit last time. She's definitely looking for a 16 or a 18, but just the speeds on early on, she can get her relaxed, and we're expecting another nice run. Unfortunately, she's at up for all these battles to draw, hardly ever get a good draw with her, so work cut out on Saturday.
Okay, then you've got a really busy race in Glamorous Scandal, Rajasthani Queen and Shima.
Yeah, Rajasthani Queen's got a good jaw. It's going to help a lot. She's in good form. Haven't quite figured out what's her best distance yet, but I think this is her first run around the bend, so I think she'll enjoy it. Glamorous Scandal will need the run. However, she has been showing nice work at home, so if you're taking wide permutations and things like that, you can include her. And then Shima also been showing good work at home, but also will need the run.
One Dimension, she was always a filly that we thought she was going to win a couple of races. She lost away in the last 3 runs. I'm not sure what happened. We've taken bloods, and the bloods has been good every time. We got a decent draw on Saturday. I'm taking the blinkers off. We're prying her back over a little bit further, so we're hoping for improvement. She definitely works a lot better than her last couple of runs suggests.
Okay, then on to the first leg of the jackpot, Enchanted Drawing.
Yeah, I was slightly disappointed in his last run. He's a big burly horse, and the 2.8 should be no problem. If he can bring his best, then he's got to be competitive.
It won't be the first time that these 3 horses have run in the same race. I refer to number 2, In a Million, number 4, SESS, and number 10, TAPENZEE.
Yeah, TAPENZEE, is the one time that you really would hope a horse could win to get a penalty, because unfortunately with him he's been eliminated, or he's been a reserve runner and not got in a few times, being the reason why we've accepted with him and declare him +2 so that Lyle can ride him. Yeah, I'd be really happy if he had to win a race like this, just so that he could get the penalty and then we could find racing for him more often, because he's the type of horse that enjoys racing more than just working at the track. Sess has been a bit of an in and out type of horse. He's a horse that we think has got tons of ability, but he just doesn't bring it to the racecourse all of the time, and the days that he does bring it, he runs a really good race, and I'm hoping that on Saturday, with his work being as good as it is at home, that the right horse comes to the races on the day. In a Million, also been a bit of an in and out horse. He's lost form. If he has to come back to form, he could be a runner in this type of field.
Orchid Island, I think it's her second run back, and you must have been well pleased with her return to racing.
Yeah, she ran a good race. She seems to enjoy racing fresh. She loves this course and distance. First time with blinkers was last time and she won, so we're hoping that she can follow up again.
To be 100% honest, I wouldn't say that 100% know the filly as of yet. And being a Pinnacle, not the best race in the world for her, probably better suited to your higher merit rated horses, but we need to run her to see where we stand with her, so that we can get a good idea where we're going to go for, if we're going to go for the Jacaranda, or if we're going to go for the Gerald Rosenberg, or those type of races, which we had earmarked for a filly like her. And I think Saturday will give us a good line and indication of where we're going to go.
Miss Honesty personified, girl on the run, hard-knocking, reliable, talented.
Yeah, and it's in the middle of summer. Our racetracks are so good at the moment, so we're aiming at the Colorado King at the end of the month, but she's doing so well at home, and instead of drilling them at home, I gave Glenn a call last night and I said to him, let's run the filly. We're not going to give her a hiding to to win it, but she's a very, very honest filly. She tries exceptionally hard. So yeah, prep run for Lucarado King at the end of the month, but still she's very, very well within herself, and won't be surprised if she gets up from a good draw.
And then a very strong race for you, all of Farik, who was victorious last time out by a whisker over his stable companion, who was badly drawn on that occasion. And then Kilrain, who probably left a little bit too much to do over his trip last time out. He comes back in trip.
Yeah, we got a pretty strong hand here, some good handicappers. Secret Captain was drawn not badly last time, but he was drawn wide. Now he's drawn 1, so he's going to have the run of the race. He's in good form. Just everything looks like it's in his favour. Farik's got a bad draw this time, still very well. I'm not too sure what Muzi's going to do from the draw, but the horse is well, and I expect him to be competitive. Kilrain, like you said, just a bit too far out of his ground last time. Coming back in distance, it's a nice race for him. I'm expecting him to be right there.
The kind of horse that everybody would love to own. He doesn't seem to know how to run a bad race. Number 1, as you would expect with his performances, ARCTICA.
Yeah, he is. He's been a really consistent horse, and we're happy that he could win the Wolf Power. He's always a horse that we wanted to get some sort of feature under his belt because he's been so consistent. But unfortunately, his consistency has had him handicapped sort of out of it a lot of the time, and now he's got a heavy weight to shoulder. But if the right horse arrives on the day, and we got Pierre aboard, he can get the best out of him. He could be very competitive.
Final leg of the jackpot, you're represented by both Dame Eleanor and Lady Val.
Yeah, Dame Eleanor's coming off a long rest. I expect her to need the run, and she's poorly handicapped. And then Lady Val also coming off a bit of a rest. Definitely wants a bit further too, but she's been showing me some quality work at home, and she's one for people to follow, I think.
Okay, now talking about getting the best out of her, Craig Zaki certainly got the right tune out of Madam Secretary last time out. She had a few excuses, and she was victorious at the expense of her stable companion last time out. Need I remind you?
No, I think the punters will be quite sad with that fact. But she's also the type of filly that she can arrive on the day and beat the best of them, or be very competitive against the best of them. You take a run with Taking the Peace, who came out and won the fillies guineas. But then her next start, she ran a poor race and then came out and ran another good race. So she's also a horse that, if things go away in the race and she gets it her own way, she can run a really top type of race.
If Madam Secretary should win and follow up, then there's going to be a fortune of support for INYANGA, one would think.
Yeah, I would think so. And, I'm hoping that that's the way it goes and we can have a double on the day. They probably are 2 fillies with best chances on the card, and it'll be nice if we can end off the card in that fashion.
And then to put the lid on the day, the pair of Luna Dancer and Penny Royal in the 9th.
Luna Dancer, yeah, I thought after she won a maiden she's going to struggle a little bit. She actually ran a fairly good race last time. She went very, very hard early on. Ran slightly better than I thought she would. And then Penny Royal, really smart filly, but handicap has just got us a little bit at the moment. I'm not sure how we can turn the form on INYANGA from our last run, but she's a decent filly that I think she's just poorly handicapped.